What's up, everybody? It's the Crypto Ginger here. Just wanted to really quickly go over some of the recent news regarding cryptocurrencies and this crash that's happening. And I wanted to end this video off on some positive news regarding XRP, but we'll get into that in a moment. If you take a quick look at coinmarketcap.com, you can see that the market cap is sitting at just over $172 billion. So within the last 24 to 48 hours, quite a bit of money has actually been removed from the entire market cap. And looking at the price graph on the right hand side, you can easily see that unless you were dealing with a stable coin, pretty much all your cryptocurrencies were negatively impacted here. It is nice to see, though, that XRP is making what looks to be a small bit of a rebound in a positive direction, even during this particular crash. But the biggest impacted coin out of the top 5 looks to be Bitcoin Cash. And of course, we definitely heard some news recently about Bitcoin Cash when it comes to the hard fork that they just experienced. And of course, a lot of politics revolving around that here. This is an article that talks a little bit about that, saying that the politics behind the hash wars that's happening right now has created a split with the Bitcoin Cash coin, and we now have Bitcoin ABC and Bitcoin SV. Now, of course, because of this here, it actually caused, according to this article, quite a bit of a sell-off. That's what we experienced with the market cap. And it states here that it wiped billions from the value of Bitcoin, XRP, and Ethereum. And it also led many analysts and groups decrying the chaotic nature of cryptocurrencies and their unsuitability as a currency and a store of value. Now, of course, what else happened here is that different types of exchanges, such as Hong Kong's based OKX, changed their terms on the $135 million derivative contracts, and they did this without warning. Now, of course, a little bit more highlighted detail about this. If you go to Bloomberg, it actually talks simply about the particular OKX exchange. It says here that the episode at Hong Kong-based OKX, which claims to handle more than $1 billion of crypto trades daily, involved futures on Bitcoin Cash, the virtual currency that split into two last week. In a decision that traders decided as unusual, if not unprecedented, OKX forced the early settlement of Bitcoin Cash contracts without warning on November 14th, just as prices were tumbling. And of course, it goes a little bit further here. It says the move blindsided traders, including this gentleman, Kwai Chang, who said his funds lost $700,000 because of the hedging position on OKX was abruptly closed at a level that did not reflect prevailing market prices. So again, OKX made some changes here when it comes to these particular contracts that were taking place, and they did it without warning. And because of that, it had a negative impact on the entire cryptocurrency ecosystem. So definitely a lot of politics were revolving around this particular hard fork that took place with Bitcoin Cash. And of course, it impacted the decision of exchanges such as OKX there, which then of course had a negative impact on the entire cryptocurrency market. So quite a bit of what seems to be a small amount of manipulation here. Now, something else I wanted to point out just as well is another article coming from Bloomberg, where we have different types of analysts stating that this particular crash is not actually over with. We could potentially see it fall even further. Some people are going as far as saying that Bitcoin could drop down to $1,500. And I will say this. I don't want to go too in depth about that particular prediction there, but if Bitcoin actually drops down to $1,500, my guess is that that right there could be easily a catalyst for people jumping into buying Bitcoin, because that will be one of the lowest that we've seen it in quite some time. As a matter of fact, if it does hit $1,500, I can't imagine where all the other cryptocurrencies is going to be pushed to, or where the entire market cap would be pushed to, but it would have a very negative impact for sure. My guess is that XRP will be a coin that would reign supreme, hopefully during this particular situation, because we know what Ripple, the company, is trying to do by pushing their products to help with the the XRP coin there. Now, of course, what I wanted to kind of talk about a little bit more in depthly here, some additional articles here just simply talking about XRP. This is something coming from Daily Hodl, and it's just talking about some of the more positive information coming from those who are into cryptocurrencies. For example, we saw some people on Twitter talking simply about how XRP could actually flip with Bitcoin later on down the road. If that happens, obviously it's going to be very historical. You have little memes such as this right here, where you have XRP going through and making its way up the chain. But interesting enough, this right here is the one thing that I wanted to point out, because we've seen Craig Wright talking so ill-willed about XRP and stating that it will be listed as a security, and because of that, we're going to see the downfall of XRP. If XRP is going to be listed as security, especially with knowing that Ripple, the company, is working hand in hand with members of the SEC and, of course, working with multiple companies all over the world. They don't really have that big of a concern when it comes to whether or not XRP is going to be listed as security. So my guess is the concern isn't going to be something that negatively impacts XRP. I don't know exactly what's going to happen for the future XRP, but I do know that the SEC's decision on this, as far as a regulatory concern, is still being weighed upon by those who want to invest in cryptocurrencies but are waiting. So who knows exactly what's going to happen, but when you see Craig Wright, people like him going out talking very negatively about this, it definitely shines a little bit of negative light on XRP, but it also, more importantly, shows exactly the kind of person that people like Craig Wright are. This is a guy you don't really need to listen to right now. He has a very particular opinionated idea of where XRP is going versus that of Bitcoin. Now, of course, I wanted to quickly talk about this as well. We have a little bit more positive news, kind of reiterating that, you know, XRP is maintaining its separation between itself and Ethereum. And of course, we're now seeing what looks to be close to about $2.5 billion difference there. And of course, this article just kind of talks a little bit more about the driving force, some of the positive news. We can see that Weiss Ratings has been, exploiting this idea that XRP is not only holding well, but we could see it decouple from Bitcoin. I've talked about that in previous videos. We also have a little bit more information regarding XRP and some of the advancements taking place, such as White's Wind, or White Sea Wind. I hope I'm pronouncing that name correctly. This is a gentleman who actually created the XRP tip bot. We also know that we have XParrot, which is something that will convert fiat into XRP. This is something by White's Wind as well. And of course, we have a little bit more information regarding XRP just as well. We have the exchange out in Switzerland that's going to be actually doing different types of ETFs, and Ripple XRP will be one of those. I briefly talked about this here in my last video, and I mentioned that it's going by the ticker HODL. Of course, I think I might have mentioned that was the company name, but actually the company is called 6 Swiss Exchange, again located in Switzerland, and they are going to be setting up the very first ETFs for cryptocurrencies. Now, it's interesting that they're going to be doing the first ETFs because it's always been talked about that the United States wanted to be the first nation basically to impact the cryptocurrency market by introducing ETFs. But I don't believe that that's going to be the case now, unless they could do something within a very short amount of time and get their ETFs on board before this Switzerland exchange here. Again, the 6 Swiss Exchange. So, seeing this and knowing that Bitcoin, XRP, and of course several other cryptocurrencies are going to be parts of their ETFs, we could see quite a bit of positivity happen for XRP in the very near future. This could also be a very good catalyst for all the cryptocurrencies involved in this exchange and those ETFs, but my guess is that XRP is going to really shine the most. Now, we have to keep in mind, this is not something for the United States. We are still waiting for U.S. SEC regulatory clarifications. So once we get that, we could potentially see some positive action taking place. My guess is that we'll see more of that information coming to light for the United States when it comes time for BACT to actually be released, and of course allowing for different types of Bitcoin futures to happen on its exchange. That will take place on December 12th. But nonetheless, we definitely have quite a bit of positive news in the very near future for some of your cryptocurrencies, more importantly XRP. And again, this is a particular ETF setup that's going to be going live hopefully this week that we're dealing with now in Switzerland. So we'll hopefully find out more information about that in the very near future. But outside of that, that is really all the information I have going on here. I do know that something else to keep in mind, we still have the custody support from Coinbase, especially for XRP. That's something that's been reiterated on. Of course, now they are officially making it a support for XRP through Coinbase's custody. So hopefully all of this positivity revolving around XRP will start pushing the price up here in the very near future. But we'll have to let this whole crash take place and kind of see where the aftermath leaves us. But nonetheless, I just wanted to kind of iterate on some of this information, leave everybody with a little bit of positive news regarding XRP and Ripple, the company. If I've missed anything regarding what we could potentially see in the very near future, definitely leave it in the comments section. Outside of that, thank you for watching, guys, and have a good day. And hey, If you enjoyed what you saw, please hit that like button. It definitely helps get this information out there to as many people as we possibly can. And also share this content out with everybody. And if you're new to this channel, please hit that subscribe button. This channel has been growing by leaps and bounds, and I could not have done it without you guys. If you really want to help this channel grow, please donate to my Patreon page. Even $1 a month would be amazing and would absolutely go right into my channel to make it more professional for you guys and allow me to create even more content. Thanks again for watching, guys, and have a wonderful day.